ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aditya and I'm about to share my journey with you and the things I've learned through it. My acting career started when I was 12 or 13. I remember my father used to take me to all the auditions. He used to drive me to all the auditions. We used to stay in the suburbs. I was living in Andheri East. He used to drive me all the way to town and wait in the car or come along with me. And I used to be in a sea of kids over there. There were at least around 100 kids, and I was one of them, just trying to give an audition and nervous, extremely nervous. I remember the first few auditions of mine, they were never ever good. I was so nervous couldn't even give a proper introduction, and it was just something that my father wanted me to do, and he kept saying, "Oh, you are good at this. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Do not worry about getting your job. In the first go. It's fine. You'll learn at the job. You'll get it." And that's what just kept me going. He kept pushing me, and it never pressurized me into just sticking to it, but made me believe that I am good at this and I can be even better. And so I just kept going on. I remember when I started, it was never about the money because I was really young and never had to worry about the money. My father was the breadwinner of the family, and I remember that innocence that I had at that age, that okay, this is something I'm enjoying doing, this is something, being in front of the camera was something which excited me a lot. And till today I keep that childlike innocence in mind, because always remember that you need to know why you started. I started because it was my passion to do it. It was something I loved doing, and till today I still keep that in mind, that it is not about the money, it is about what you love to do. That's the first and most important thing anybody needs to keep in mind when they are pursuing a new career that they have never stepped foot into. That just be sure that this is something you want to do. Just be sure this gives you immense happiness. I'll tell you another instance that happened with me. I started learning Taekwondo when I was around, let's say, 14 or 15. And it was my father who made me do it. He said, this is something that you might use in your career. And I started off with the same thing in mind, that okay, maybe, action sequences, why not? But if that was the only thing that would have kept me going, I would have stopped probably in a year or two when I would have learned a few basics here and there. But I kept it on till today. I still do my martial arts. I'm a third Dan black belt in Taekwondo. I've been to South Korea multiple times. Why? Because I loved doing it. I fell in love with the art. I fell in love with what I was doing over there. Again, living in Andheri East, I had my training in Navi Mumbai, and I used to travel every day, 25 kilometers one side, and never frowned about it. Never had an issue with traveling, because once I was there, it was something that when I was there, it was a different life for me. It was like a magical garden that had these, I don't know what I want to say. So I used to travel 25 kilometers one side. That was 50 kilometers in a day, and I never complained about it. It was something that I so passionately loved doing. We used to have Taekwondo championships, and I remember I used to sleep in my dojang, as we call it, in the gym that we used to train in, and never a single complaint. Why? Because I didn't care. I didn't care where I slept. I didn't care what I ate. I just was so much in love with the art that I just wanted to keep doing it, and that is why I kept doing it. And I'm a third Dan black belt right now. Just know that you'll only get far in something that you have a passion for. For example, Harbhajan Singh, he used to bowl in the middle of the night. He used to switch on the scooter ka headlight, and he used to keep bowling at that time. I'm sure he would do his training in the morning as well. from, say, I'm sure he would do his training in the morning as well, but that little love, that extra love that you have for what you do makes you go that extra mile, which makes me go that extra mile. If I was doing something that I didn't really love, I would give it just about enough time as everybody else does. But what cuts you apart, what gives it an extra edge is that extra effort you put, which never feels like effort. It feels like fun. So when we talk about my films, people speak about a Choti Si love story and then they directly go up to Student of the Year 2, but they don't know what happened in the middle. I did a bunch of films which, didn't do much for my career. They came and they went, people didn't notice them. And those were films which on paper were really nice. They had a good director, they had good producers, they had good actors on board, but for multiple reasons, one of them was demonetization, or maybe it just didn't connect with the audience. And I had hopes and I had dreams, so did my parents, that this is going to be the film that will get me there, will get me noticed, and there would be no turning back after this. But that did not happen. That did not happen at least 3 times for me. And I felt what I did. I felt very sad. I felt disheartened at that time. I felt disappointed. I felt I let a lot of people down. And that's very normal. That's very human. You should feel that. You should feel everything that you do. Don't hold that inside you. Everybody has different mechanisms of dealing with it. I had my own mechanisms. When I felt I let my parents down, I tried to shy away from them. I would leave home in the morning and come back much later in the night. That was my way of dealing with it. But I felt every emotion. But I did not let that bow me down. One step back and I took 2 steps forward. That is how I just kept going on. I knew, and my father knew that I wasn't bad. I wasn't bad in my films. I did a decent job. And that is the only thing that I needed to know. Somebody needed to believe in me, and at that time my father was there. I believed in myself, and I said, you know what, speed breakers and these things that hold you back, they'll always happen. There are big mega stars who also give flop films, but their next one is an even bigger hit, and that's what kept me going. I said, nothing can stop me, nothing should stop me. I enjoy doing this. It gives me a lot of happiness, it gives me a lot of pleasure. And also the fact that even after doing films which did not get me there, I was still working, I was still getting work, maybe ads or maybe anything else. That just gave me a lot more confidence that I should just keep going on and on and on, and that's what I did. We believe in the film industry that if you're a solo lead, you have arrived. A lot of people kept telling me that, but that was not the case with me at all. I tried doing that. I did do films where I was the solo lead, and nothing happened. It didn't change my life. It didn't change my career. I didn't get the eyeballs that I thought I would get. And then suddenly there was one point that I got the chance to be a part of Student of the Year 2. And there were a lot of people around me who said that maybe this is a film I shouldn't be doing because there's already an established star in Tiger Shroff, and there are 2 new girls who are being launched in a film, and maybe I'll get overshadowed, overshined. But I just reminded myself that everybody will have a different journey. Each and every individual cannot have the same path that they take. And I just believed in what I had. I just believed in my talent. And I said yes for the film. I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to showcase my acting, to showcase my dance, to showcase my martial arts, and that's exactly what it did. Even though it had a Tiger Shroff, I think we complemented each other, then competed against each other. I guess it was the best decision I've taken. I've gotten literally everything after the film. I've just said a few instances from my life that may or may not do justice to the entire journey that I've had. It's been a roller coaster, but I've learned quite a few things on the way. First being, even if you fall flat on your face, all you need to do is just get up and keep walking ahead, keep moving forward. That's the first and foremost thing. Just be persistent in what you do. Just have a goal in your mind and just keep moving forward. There'll be a lot of obstacles. I've faced a lot of obstacles in my life. I haven't even shared half of them with you, but I do it with a smile on my face. If at the end of the day, if what you're doing puts a smile on your face before you sleep, you're on the right track. Just keep doing it.